Hey everyone, Dave here. Welcome to a new Raid Shadow Legends video. What I want to talk to you about in this video is moving from mid game. You're getting Arbiter, moving from mid game towards end game, and what you should be focusing on. Because back in the day, Arbiter, if we check the missions, it's also like a progress video for my Acresia account. If you check the missions, I'm almost done with everything. So I can do all of these. So probably I'll get Arbiter within the next week or so. Okay. So when you got Arbiter back in the day, that was like your end game. You're moving into end game. Now they added so much stuff. Raman to Doom Tower Hard, bunch of dungeons, Sand Devil, Iron Twins. So it's not end game anymore. So thinking like a player like who just got Arbiter, who's close to getting her, what we should focus on going forward from here. uh, First things, when you get Arbiter, this is your sort of fast track. You started beating all dungeons to level 20. You're hitting Nightmare Clan boss by this time. Hopefully with any decent team you can at least 3-4 key it. If your team's good enough, you'll 2 key it easily as well. So, what you should start focusing on beyond this point is a few things. First thing, you don't need to, well, you need the medals to start enhancing your Great Hole because it makes a lot of difference in the stats, but you don't have to rush through it. You don't have to pile those medals for Arbiter missions anymore. And the next missions, the Ramon 2 missions, they don't have, I think they don't have any Great Hole missions if I remember correctly. So you'll do arena on your own pace. You're farming gold 5 casually, where a lot of people got their one-man defenses. You just refresh, find a weak team, beat it, get your medals, and get out of there. Clan boss, if you're not beating Ultra Nightmare yet, this is a good area to invest, but I have a caveat there. So like I'm 2 keying Nightmare easily now. Thing is, I cannot jump into Ultra Nightmare. Of course, I'm very lucky on this account. I have a Man Eater and a Painkeeper. I'll build a budget unkillable and start hitting Ultra Nightmare. If you don't get lucky, you don't have the gear, you don't have any champ, you don't have the Mytha, you don't have Helicath, you don't have Man Eater and Painkeeper or double Man Eater, you don't have any of the champs, Warcaster, Cernic. Check Deadwood Jedi's website for all the unkillable comps. If you have the champs for unkillable comp, definitely 100% build an unkillable comp and start beating Ultra Nightmare. Getting the top chest on Ultra Nightmare and being in a clan that takes it down every day so you can get 2 chests instead of 1, this is a huge game changer. You'll start piling sacred shards, good gear, Lego books, all of the hardest resources to get inside the game. So, priority 1 after getting Arbiter, I would say, is beating Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss if you haven't done that yet. Priority 2 is starting to farm gear. Yes, you've beaten level 20 dungeons for the missions, but if you're progressing fast, probably your time wasn't that good on level 20. You just did it for the missions. So start tuning your dungeon teams because this is the stage where you need to farm gear. You'll need to farm gear till you get much better pieces than you have, increase the speeds, increase the resistance, increase the accuracy on everyone as much as you want them to. So, tune your dungeon teams, specifically Dragon and Fire Knight, so that Spider, of course, but probably you have a good. Well, I'm assuming that might not be true, but anyway, make sure that you're farming all of them level 20 in a minute and a half, 2 minutes. So that's a good time for farming. If you got that second checkpoint, Ultra Nightmare Clan boss, and that farming timing for the dungeons, keep farming. You'll need the gear. Like I said multiple times, sometimes you'll stop everything you're doing just to farm gear. So that's the second checkpoint. Third checkpoint would be you do 2 things in parallel. Go check my Ramen 2 missions videos, and I have a playlist actually. You can check different videos from it. You should start building teams for secret rooms and Doom Tower bosses, Doom Tower hard bosses, specifically hard because probably you can beat easy by now. So, and while you're doing this, keep in mind faction wars for Lydia. So, you want to hit two birds with one stone. You want to build champs that will help you with faction wars, and with a rare secret room, secret room, spirit epics, or whatever, or with a boss. So, for example, if you have Crimson Helm, definitely build her. She will do Bomber for you. She will help you with faction wars, and yeah, so the boss, and probably there is a spirit epic secret room. Yeah, so that's one champ that will help you in three places. Same with, for example, with Bellower. Build Bellower fast in a stun set. He will help you with faction wars. There's a couple of secret rooms he can help with. Yeah, so keep that in mind. That would be my second area of, second, third area of focus here. Building champs, because if you see here, like for example, this is my crazy account. It's super lucky. I only built just the champs I needed so far for progress. You see, I only have like almost one line and a few ones that are level 60 already. I'm farming masteries. I don't buy them anymore. So the thing is, um, start building those champs for those specific areas. Start building food, because you'll need a lot of champs to build beat faction war and get Lydia. And Lydia is definitely 100% worth it. You cannot get her anywhere else. uh, Try to double dip, build for Doom Tower Hard and Faction Wars. Start building much more champs than your core roster that you try to get to level 20 and to Arbiter with. So that would be the priorities. Let me repeat them for you. I don't want to make this video too long. Doom Tower Hard and Faction Wars. Build champs that will help in both areas. Make sure first that you're beating Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss, and while you're doing this, build champs or tune your gear so that you're farming level 20 dungeons in less than 2 minutes, so it's a good time for farming. You're not wasting too much time there. If you got all of this achieved, you're ready to move into endgame. But that, like 10 minutes or whatever that I took to talk about this, that probably will take you at least, I would say, 6 months. If you're not a hardcore player, it will take you probably 6 months to get there, especially if you want to do a fusion here or there and align these resources with that. Like, for example, if you're building a certain dungeon team or faction war team, don't upgrade the gear till a gear enhancement event starts for a fusion. Don't 6-star champs or bring them to 50 or whatever till you have a champ training event for a fusion. Align this with that so you're getting more resources and you're keeping the cycle going. That's simply what you should focus on. 6 months after that, you start moving into Ramanto missions, and then you're really into endgame. I hope you got a couple of tips from this one, and I'll see you in the next one.